Can you hear me, everyone? Please give a reply in chat box.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Let me start the sessions.
Yes, sir. Let's start our session.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your hard or warm wishes. Thank you. Let me start the session now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We'll start.
Okay. I'm introducing myself. My name is Shaheer. Shaheer. Actually, I am staying in Calicut in Kerala. I think that several students are from different states. So let me start the session, and we are doing the session today, the blood. Okay, so one of the important chapter in anatomy and physiology, which is the basics of cardiovascular system. So first we are moving to the session, the blood. If you have any doubt, you can give a query in the chat box. Okay, so let me start with the session. I am sharing some of the PDF file. Please go through it. Okay, first we are seeing this body fluids. Okay, so we know that body fluids are of different type. Body fluids are there. Commonly, we are telling the body fluids as blood and lymph. But here it is not only the blood and lymph. There are different types of body fluids are there. Okay, see, I had given some of the images here. So here the primary thing here it is given blood. Then sweat is yet another body fluid. Then saliva is yet another body fluid. Interstitial fluid, that is means tissue fluid or we can tell lymph. Then urine, another one is seminal fluid. Then nipple aspirate fluid, tear, stool, CSF. These are all, and breathe contain several water molecules are there. So there are different types of body fluids are there. So first of all, blood, main body fluid is blood, and yet another one is lymph. This is a two main important body fluid. And another type of body fluid is sweat, saliva, urine, seminal fluid, then tear, stool, cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, so please take it down. And next we are moving to see the next thing, blood, we are going to see detail. See, first we are going to see blood. So what do you mean by blood? Can anyone give a reply? What do you mean by blood? Blood is actually a fluid connective tissue. We know that there are different types of connective tissues are there. The most abundant tissue present in human body is connective tissue. So blood is one among the connective tissue. Actually, all the connective tissue contain a strength-giving structure known as fibroblast is there, but blood does not have fibroblast. So there are different types of connective tissues are there. Can you name some of them? Any of the students? Arbaj, Arjun, Bandaru, Chandra, Chandralekha, Chotu, Divya. Can anyone give some of the connective tissues? Connective tissue consists of areolar tissue, adipose tissue, tendon, ligament, skin, then cartilage, bone, blood, etc. are connective tissues. All the connective tissue contain fiber producing cell called fibroblast. But the blood is a fluid connective tissue. It does not contain fibroblast. So all the connective tissue contain fibroblast except blood. See, all the connective tissue contain fibroblast except blood. So blood do not have fibroblast. So it is fluid in nature. Okay, so blood contains two main things are there. First of all, the fluid substance called plasma, and another one called formed elements. Okay, so blood contains two things are there. First of all, blood contain plasma is there. Okay, blood contain plasma, and another one, it also contain formed elements are there. Okay, formed elements. So blood contain two things are there, plasma and formed elements. So first of all, we are moving to see what are the functions of blood. See, what are the functions of blood? First of all, blood helps in transportation. So what are the things that blood is getting transporting? Okay, they transport oxygen to the cell from lungs and carbon dioxide from cell to lungs. So main function, first of the function I am writing here. See, it transport see the first function I'm writing here. It helps in transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Second one, it helps in transport of nutrients. Let us see. It helps in transport of carbon dioxide and oxygen. It helps in transport of carbon dioxide and oxygen. Another one, it helps in transport of nutrients. It helps in transport of nutrients. That means glucose, amino acid, fatty acids, and glycerol. As well as it helps in transport of hormones. It helps in transport of hormones. Then enzymes. It helps in transport of antibodies, etc. So first of the function is the function of blood is transportation. Okay, so it helps in transport of carbon dioxide and oxygen. It helps in transport of nutrients. It helps in transport of hormones, which is actually a protein. Another one, antibody. Antibody also a protein. So this is the first one. Second one, we are moving to see a second one. Let us see. It helps in regulation. So what they will regulate? It will regulate the pH of blood. Okay, it will regulate the pH of the body. Then it also regulates the body temperature. So two functions there in regulation. First one, that helps in regulation of pH. They regulate the pH. Okay, then that means acid-base balance. And also it also regulates the body temperature. It also regulates the body temperature. So this is the two things. So they regulate pH and body temperature. Another one, the third function, they helps in protection. So what they protect? They protect the body by preventing the loss of blood. That means they helps in blood clotting. So helps in loss of body fluid from the body. So it protects the body against blood loss. So it's another one. Okay, so I taught you three functions of blood. First of all, transportation. Second one, regulation of pH and body temperature. And they helps in protection. So what they protect? They protect the body against blood loss through blood clotting. And another one, we can tell that they helps in phagocytosis of foreign substances. So three function I taught you. So listen once more. I taught you that is what is by blood. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. All the connective tissue contain fibroblast except blood. This is the first thing. Then second thing I taught you what are the two things or two components of blood. Blood contain two components, that is plasma and formed elements. And the third one, what are the functions of blood? I taught you three things. That is first of all transportation, second one regulation, and the third one protection. Is it clear, my dear students? Is it clear? Please give some comments in comment box. Okay. Okay, Radhika, Radhe. Okay, then only two members. What are others? Please give a response. Okay, it's clear. Okay, then we can move to the next one. What are the physical properties of blood? Let us see what are the physical properties of blood. The physical properties of blood, first of all, it is denser than water, that it feels sticky. First of all, we can tell that the temperature of blood is 38 degrees Celsius. Okay, first one, see. First I'm writing here, that is so first of all, they provide a temperature of blood. There is a temperature of blood is about 38 degrees Celsius. So the temperature is about 38 degrees Celsius. They provide a temperature of 38 degrees Celsius. That means if it is converting into Fahrenheit, means 100.4 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so it is about 100.4 degree Fahrenheit is there. Okay, that's a temperature of a blood. This is a physical property. Then it is a pH is alkaline. So what do you mean by alkaline pH? Alkaline pH means less than 7, is it? So it provides an alkaline pH, slightly alkaline pH we can tell. Sorry, greater than 7. That is about 7.35 to 7.45. 7.35 to 7.45. We know that 7 is a neutral one, and below 7 pH means it is acidic. So it is alkaline pH, that is about 7.35 to 7.45 pH. Okay, average adult contain a blood volume of about 5 to 6 liters. Actually, the blood, the composition or the amount of blood varies with the male and female, as well as depending upon the age, etc. So here we can tell that average it is about 5 to 6. See, just a minute. It is about 5 to 6 liters of blood is there. Okay, so physical property, I told you that the temperature of 38 degrees Celsius, that is 100.4 degree Fahrenheit, alkaline pH 7.35 to 7.45, and the average adult man having a blood volume of 5 to 6 liters. Okay. Is it clear, my dear students? Once it clear means you have to give me a response through your chat box. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Raspreet and Ritika, Sarah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your valuable comments. Okay. Let us see the next. So next we are going to see. So I taught you this is the main thing in the blood. I told you blood is a fluid connective tissue. It contain it mainly it's a connective tissue, but it does not contain fibroblast. The functions of blood I taught you: transportation, regulation, and protection. And physical properties of blood I taught you 3 things. Mainly, it is a temperature of blood is about 38 degrees Celsius. It's a pH range from 7.35 to 7.45. That is alkaline, and its average adult man contain 5 to 6 liters of blood. Okay. Then composition. Next, we are going to see detail about. Rather, it is given that what is the main function of fibroblast. Fibroblast provides strength and elasticity. Okay, you know that bone having a tendon, it provides strength, elasticity. Then ligament, it also provides strength, elasticity, because they are all having fibroblast. Blood do not have any fibroblast there, so they are fluid in nature. Okay, clear, Radha? Okay, so we can move to the next one. So composition of blood. Please go through this composition of blood. The blood contains 2 things are there. I taught you: plasma and formed elements. Out of this plasma, mainly you should note that 3 proteins are there. You can see at the bottom, there is 3 protein it is given. I will underline here: albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen. Albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. This is the main protein present in plasma. Okay, plasma protein we can tell. These 3 of them is known as the plasma protein: albumin, fibrinogen, globulin. Then mainly the plasma contain water. Okay, then albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. Next to that, it contain amino acid, nutrients, protein, electrolyte, nitrogenous waste, gases, etc. So albumin, what's the main function of albumin? Albumin provide osmotic balance. That means they provide water balance in our body. Albumin. Okay. It's actually the smallest and most numerous blood plasma protein are albumin. They provide, I told you, they helps in osmotic balance. What do you mean by osmotic balance? That means water balance. You know that every cell in our body contain that is 70 to 90% water, including RBC also. Okay, 70 to 90% each cell contain water. So this because of albumin only they can maintain the water level in the cells. So albumin helps in osmotic balance. Next one, fibrinogen. Fibrinogen helps in blood clotting. Okay, actually this fibrinogen is a blood clotting protein. Actually it is produced by the liver and it helps in blood clotting. Okay, then globulin. Globulin is another protein produced by the liver and it also helps in defense mechanism. You know that immunoglobulin. So that means antibody. Antibodies are produced by B cells and all. No, so it is actually produced. It is actually a protein that is globulin. So please remember this one. Albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. It is about 6 to 8% in each. We can tell that in a plasma. I will write here. 90 to 92% is water. 6 to 8% is proteins. See, 6 to 8% is protein. That proteins are albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen. Albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. If you want the individual composition, means that it varies actually. Okay, that means albumin 54%. 54% is albumin, and 38% is globulin, and fibrinogen is 7%. Someone asked here. That's why I had given the explanation. Okay, so albumin 54%, globulin 38%, and fibrinogen 7%. Understood, everyone? Clear, my dear students? Okay, okay, Radha, everyone. Okay, Chotu. Any doubts regarding plasma? So I told you plasma. It is about the 55% of blood is plasma, and remaining 45% only the formed elements. Out of this 55%, 90 to 92% is water, and 6 to 8% is protein. Proteins are albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. If you want the individual percentage, means albumin, it is about 54% of proteins are albumin, and globulin, it is about 38%, and fibrinogen is 7%. Albumin, osmotic balance, fibrinogen, blood clotting, and globulin, defense mechanism. Can we move to the next? Can we move to the next? Okay, Sarah. Then anyone else? Chandralekha. Okay. Any doubt means please ask me now itself. I will clear it. In defense mechanism, it is globulin. Globulin. They attack virus, bacteria. There is different types of globulins are there. Alpha globulin, beta globulin. Antibody will produce by B lymphocytes. Yes, they protect our body. Which one you want repetition? Okay. So once more I will tell you. Blood, the 55% of blood is plasma. 6 to 8% of plasma is protein. And they are albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. Okay, next we are going to see formed elements. So formed elements are of 3 different types. That is RBC, WBC, platelets. Okay, RBC, WBC, and platelets are the 3 different types of formed elements. So first we are going to see RBC. See this one, red blood cells. Okay, red blood cells. Red blood cells are also known as erythrocytes. Erythrocytes. Actually, the normal value of RBC is about that is 4.8. That is, we can tell that 5 to 5.5 million. Okay, approximate I am telling. Okay, it varies depending upon the reference of book. Okay, see. So normal value of RBC is 5 to 5.5 million cells per millimeter cube. Actually, it is the most abundant among the formed elements. There are three cells are there, no? RBC, WBC, and platelets are there. I will tell. Okay, red blood cells. See, RBC, this is a normal value is about 5 to 5.5 million cells per millimeter cube. Actually, RBC is formed from bone marrow, red bone marrow. Okay, in adult human being, the RBC is formed from red bone marrow, while in children's and all, no, during embryonic stages, that means not during embryonic stage, but during a fetal life, the RBC is formed from spleen. Okay, so that's why the spleen is shown as a reservoir of RBC, we can tell. Then the normal value of RBC is about 5 to 5.5 million cells per millimeter cube. RBC is biconcave in shape. We know it is a biconcave or disc shape without nuclei. Okay, in this structure, there is no nucleus is there. Okay, so because of the absence of nucleus, the RBC contain a lot of spaces are there. So this space can be occupied by oxygen. Okay, this space can be occupied by many of the oxygen. See, if there is nucleus is there, means it carry only less number of oxygen. So in the absence of oxygen, in the absence of nucleus, they can carry large amount of oxygen. Yes, RBC is not a nucleated one. It's not nucleus. Okay, rather RBC is a non-nucleated one. Then I taught you RBC, there is a normal value I taught you. Then RBC shape I taught you, biconcave or disc shape. Then RBC is a non-nucleated. Then RBC is formed from red bone marrow. Red bone marrow is formed from long bones. Long bones means which have a both end. Okay, so long bones. Then RBC, the lifespan of RBC is only 120 days. You know, the lifespan of RBC is only 120 days. Okay, after that it get destroyed in a structure named as spleen. After that, it will get destroyed in a structure named as spleen. So the spleen is named as the graveyard of RBC. Or we can tell cemetery, or we can tell that it's a graveyard. Okay, the spleen is named as the graveyard of RBC. Why it is known as graveyard of RBC means the RBC get destroyed in spleen. So the spleen is named as the graveyard of RBC. Okay. If a RBC level is less, there may be chance of getting anemia. Why? Because the inability of the RBC to carry oxygen, that a condition leads to anemia. Increased level of RBC may lead to a condition called polycythemia. So please note it. Okay, that means the decreased level of RBC may lead to anemia, and increased level, that means abnormally high, abnormal, that is a RBC lifespan, we can tell that 120 days. In just a minute. RBC, what do you ask? Just a minute. Actually, I think that in RBC in blood bank, it is about depending upon the storage. Okay. Then coming to see here, the normal value of RBC, I told you 5 to 5.5. Then reduction of RBC may lead to a condition called anemia. Abnormal high RBC may lead to a condition called polycythemia. Okay. Then coming to see the next one. See, next one. Is it okay, my dear students? Okay, Jyoti, Sai, Radha, Raspreet. Okay. Kindly give some comments in the comment box. Okay, then only. Okay, Vivo 190 for Divya. Okay. So we can see the next one, hemoglobin. The red color pigment in RBC is known as, okay, Bandaru. So see this one, the red color pigment in RBC is known as hemoglobin. Actually, hemoglobin it contains two portions. Heme means iron portion and globin means protein portion. So heme means it's the iron portion. Okay, and globin means protein. Actually, the globin here, see, this is a globin. I had given here globin. This is a globin. So globin is actually a protein. The protein in hemoglobin is about there's a 4 polypeptide chain is there. 4 polypeptide chain. In hemoglobin, it contains 4 polypeptide chain. So what are the 4 polypeptide chain? It is 2 alpha chain and 2 beta chain. 4 polypeptide chain. That is 2 alpha chain and 2 beta chain. You can see here alpha chain, 2 alpha chain, and 2 beta chain is there. Okay. So very important one. 2 alpha chain and 2 beta chain is there. Hemoglobin. So hemoglobin is a red color pigment present in RBC. So normal value, male and female varies. Actually, it ranges from a 12 to 16 gram per 100 ml. And the the hemoglobin contains two portion, iron portion and globin portion. Globin means it's actually a protein. It contains 4 different types of proteins are there. There is 2 alpha chain and 2 beta chain. Clear? Clear, my dear students? Bandaru, Divya, Vivo 1904, Radha, Rasprit, Jyoti, Sai, Abhirami. Okay. So next we are going to see another one. Next one we are going to see WBC. See, here not only WBC, here this RBC is also given and platelet is also given. Okay, so I will explain in detail WBC. So please don't go through it. This is actually a RBC and platelets. So there are 2 different types of WBCs there. That is granulocytes and agranulocytes. 1 gram of hemoglobin, that's 1 molecule of hemoglobin can carry 4 molecules of oxygen. Okay. 1 molecule of hemoglobin can carry 4 molecules of oxygen. So here you can see this one. This is a WBC. WBC are of 2 different types. First of all, granulocytes. This is granulocytes. Granulocytes means granule present inside the cytoplasm. There is small protein granules are there. This is a granulocyte. Yes, Radha. Iron cannot carry oxygen. Only iron carry. That's a vitamins. You are asking about 1 gram of hemoglobin can carry how many oxygen? 1 gram can carry means there is a 1 molecule of hemoglobin can carry 4 molecule of oxygen. Like that only we can able to tell. Okay. See next one, granulocyte, and another one is agranulocytes. Granulocytes and agranulocytes. Here, see, this is agranulocytes. So granules means there is some protein granules inside the cytoplasm means it is known as granulocyte. Okay. If the protein granules are not present inside the cytoplasm means it is known as agranulocytes. So granulocytes are of 3 different types: neutrophil, eosinophil, and basophil. Neutrophil. Okay. So neutrophil is actually multinucleated. RBC is actually biconcave or disc shape. But we cannot able to tell WBC. It is irregular in shape. It does not have a particular shape. But the nucleus is of different types. So here you can see neutrophil, it is a multi-lobed. Okay. Eosinophil, it is a bilobed. Okay. So first of all, I am telling you the neutrophil. Neutrophil, it is actually 2 to 5 nucleus, 2 to 5 lobes of nucleus are there. 2 to 5 lobes of nucleus. Okay. Then it's actually neutrophil, they helps in phagocytosis. Phagocytosis means they can destroy the foreign material. Okay. Neutrophil phagocytosis. They can engulf the foreign material. Basophil. Listen. Basophil, it is actually 2 lobes. Basophil, it is actually, sorry, eosinophil is actually 2 lobes. Okay. Neutrophil 2 to 5. And eosinophil, it is about 2 lobes are there. 2 lobes. Neutrophil 2 to 5 lobes. Then eosinophil it is about 2 lobes, and basophil, it is only basophil also contain 2 lobes. So, what are the function of neutrophil? I told you phagocytosis. Okay, eosinophil, which helps in allergic reaction. Eosinophil helps in allergic reaction, and basophil, they helps in actually there also helps in inflammatory reaction as well as allergic reaction. Okay, so please note it down. Neutrophil, phagocytosis; basophil, inflammatory reaction; eosinophil, allergic reaction. Okay, so this is a thing. The next one, lymphocyte. Lymphocytes are egg granulocyte. Okay, a lymphocyte, that helps in immunity. Monocyte helps in phagocytosis. So here the neutrophil as well as monocyte having same function. That means both helps in phagocytosis. Okay, basophil helps in inflammatory response. Eosinophils helps in allergic reaction. Lymphocyte helps in immunity. Among this, most abundant among WBC is neutrophil because its percentage is 60 to 65%. Okay, and eosinophil, it is about 2 to 3%, while basophil, it is about 0.5 to 1%. Okay, then this lymphocyte, it is about 20 to 25%, and monocyte, it contains 6 to 8%. So please note it down. So the most abundant among most abundant among WBC is neutrophil. Next to neutrophil, it is lymphocyte. Next to lymphocyte, it is monocyte. After that, it is eosinophil. Next to that, the last and the least abundant among the WBC is basophil. Clear? Clear, everyone? Understood? Yeah, rather it is engulfing microorganisms. Largest WBC, we can tell that monocyte. Monocyte is the largest WBC. Basophil is the least one. Okay. So can we move to the next? Okay, Radha. Next we can, anyone have any doubt means please ask. Vivo, Radha, Joy, Jyoti. Okay. So next we are going to see platelets. This is platelets. See, platelet, actually it is a normal value is about largest, I told you, no, monocyte. Monocyte is the largest among the WBC. Okay, least one is basophil, lymphocyte. They're all smallest one. Okay, so coming to see the next one, platelets. Platelets are also known as thrombocytes. Lymphocyte, not basophil. Which one is the just a minute? Which one is the yes? What are the asking questions? Lymphocyte is smallest one. Just a minute. It's about 10 to 14 micrometer, and basophil is about yes, basophil is the smallest one. Smallest one is basophil, not lymphocyte. Basophil. Most, that's the largest one is monocyte. Okay, and smallest one is basophil only. See, next one, platelet. The normal value of platelet is about 1.5 to 3.5 lakh cells per millimeter cube. 1.5 to 3.5 lakh. Okay, actually, they're also formed from red bone marrow. There's a mega karyocytes of red bone marrow. It also contains no nucleus. So actually, it's a small fragments. Okay, there are cell fragments which may live for only 5 to 9 days. Okay, actually, the W platelet is also known as thrombocytes. Normal value 1.5 to 3.5 lakh cells per millimeter cube. They can live for only 5 to 9 days. And this is a non-nucleated one. Understood, everyone? platelet. Clear? Okay. So coming to see the next one, platelets. So platelet helps in blood clotting. We know that a disorder named as dengue and all, the platelet count is getting low. Okay. So that we will study in detail. So the main function of platelet is megakaryocytes. Megakaryocytes means the largest cell, nucleated cell in bone marrow is known as megakaryocytes. From the megakaryocytes only, the platelet is getting forming. Okay. So in overall, we can tell that the red bone marrow helps in formation of, we can tell that red bone marrow helps in the formation of RBC, WBC, and platelets. And from the megakaryocytes of red bone marrow, only the platelet is getting formed. Okay. Non-nucleated one, similar like that of RBC. Clear, everyone? Radha, it's clear? Yes. Platelets are non-nucleated. Yeah. Okay. Next we are, so it helps in blood clotting, like fibrinogen we told, fibrinogen in plasma protein helps in blood clotting. Similarly, the platelet also helps in blood clotting. Okay, so next we are going to see at another slide, we can see that is homeostasis. Hemostasis, that means blood clotting, very important one. Okay, so blood clotting is very important. If the blood is not clotted, means it may lead to uncontrolled bleeding and may lead to hemorrhage. It's not a hemorrhage. When hemostasis is not successful, it may lead to hemorrhage. Okay. So to reduce the blood loss, when the blood vessels are damaged or ruptured, there is a mechanism named as hemostasis. Okay, very, very important one. So there are 3 steps are there for hemostasis. Please note it down, very important one. First of all, vascular spasm. Here you can see the vascular spasm. The blood vessel get contracted. That is actually the blood vessel is made up of many different types of tissues are there. First of all, the middle cell, there is a kind of smooth muscles are there. Okay, the blood vessel is made up of smooth muscles. During blood clotting mechanism, first of all, the smooth muscles of the blood vessels get contracted. That is known as vascular spasm. See, that is known as vascular spasm. So what do you mean vascular spasm means? See here, the blood vessels get constricted. The blood vessel get constricted means the constriction take place because of the smooth muscles of blood vessel. Okay. So first of all, the vascular spasm. When a blood vessel get leaking out the blood vessels get, what happened here means, just a minute. Sorry. Okay. So come to the topic. First of all, vascular spasm. That means the blood vessel get constricted. That means the constriction takes place because of the contraction of smooth muscles of blood vessel. That's the first one. Second one, platelet plug formation. Okay, platelet plug formation. This is the second one. Okay. And the third one, it is a blood clotting. That's the 3 steps are there to prevent the leakage. So first of all, vascular spasm. Vascular spasm means it slows the blood loss due to the contraction of smooth muscle of blood vessels. So under this vascular spasm, you have to note that the smooth muscle gets contracted. The smooth muscle get contracted. Okay, the contraction of smooth muscles of blood vessel, that is known as vascular spasm. Okay, second one, platelet plug formation. So what do you mean by platelet plug formation? Here it is given. Platelet plug formation means, here you can see this one's a platelet plug formation. It involves the aggregation of platelet at a damaged site to stop bleeding. See this one? This is the accumulation of platelet. Okay, accumulation of platelet to prevent the leakage. That is known as a platelet plug formation, second one. And the third one, see, the third one, it involves here blood clotting. Blood clotting, a very important one. Blood clotting involves, there's a, first of all, injured tissue and blood platelet release a factor named as thromboplastin. It's actually a plasma protein. Sorry, a plasma protein which is helpful for blood clotting mechanism. So first of all, the blood vessel get injured means the injured tissue and inside it is blood is there, the blood platelet. Both of them release a protein called thromboplastin. This is the first and foremost step. See. So what will happen here means the injured tissue and blood platelets releases thromboplastin. Both of them produce thromboplastin. Here also they produce thromboplastin. Same thromboplastin here also will be there. So this thromboplastin, with the help of calcium ion, they produce an enzyme called, okay, there is a, because of the, this thromboplastin, with the help of calcium, they produce an enzyme called thrombokinase. Thrombokinase. This thrombokinase convert prothrombin into thrombin. This prothrombin into thrombin. This thrombin converts fibrinogen into fibrin. See, if it is not understood means I will draw it in the next page. Let us see. Just a minute. I will redraw it once more. So I told you 3 steps are there. See, it involves 3 steps. First of all, that is vascular spasm, I told you. Vascular spasm. Second one, I told you platelet plug formation. Third one, blood clotting. So this blood clotting mechanism involves, first of all, first step is injured tissue. Injured tissue and yet another one, blood platelets. Both of them release a substance called thromboplastin. It's a protein. This thromboplastin, with the help of calcium ion, produce an enzyme called thrombokinase. Okay, this thrombokinase convert prothrombin. Okay, prothrombin is also a plasma protein produced by the liver. This prothrombin into thrombin. This thrombin converts fibrinogen in plasma protein, fibrinogen into fibrin. Okay, so this fibrinogen is converted into fibrin with the help of thrombin. So this fibrin forms clots. That's all, a very important one. So blood clotting mechanism involves blood clotting. So hemostasis means clotting. Okay, it involves 3 steps are there. First of all, vascular spasm. Second one, platelet plug formation. The third one, blood clotting. So normal clotting, it requires vitamin K and is followed by clot retraction. Okay, for the formation of this prothrombin, no. For the formation of prothrombin, it requires vitamin K. Okay, so for the formation of prothrombin by the liver, it requires vitamin K, a very important one. So these are all the important things coming under blood clotting mechanism. So once more, I will tell you, listen. See this one. So homeostasis involves 3 steps are there. First of all, vascular spasm. That means contraction of smooth muscles of the blood vessel. Second one, platelet plug formation. The ruptured blood vessels get aggregated by platelets. And the third one, blood clotting. Blood clotting involves a cascade of reaction. First of all, injured tissue and blood platelet releases thromboplastin. It's actually a plasma protein. This thromboplastin, with the help of calcium, they produce the thrombokinase. This thrombokinase convert prothrombin into thrombin, and this thrombin is converted. Thrombin convert the fibrinogen into fibrin, where the fibrin helps in blood clotting. Understood, everyone? Understood? Kindly give a reply. Pratika, clear. What about others? Yes, Sarah. Okay. Pratika and Sarah responded. What about others? Divya, okay. So I taught you, today I taught you different things. First of all, I taught you what is blood. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. Then fibroblast is not there. And next I taught you what are different composition of blood. That is a plasma and formed elements. Plasma contain 55% of blood, formed elements 45%. The plasma contain 90 to 92% water, 6 to 8% protein. Proteins, albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. Then another one I told you, then that is formed elements. Formed elements contain RBC, WBC, platelets. RBC is the most abundant among formed elements. Normal value 5 to 5.5 million cells per millimeter cube. RBC is formed from red bone marrow. Average lifespan 120 days. Destroyed in spleen. Spleen is known as the graveyard of RBC. Then it is a non-nucleated and it occupy large space by oxygen. Red color pigment called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, it is a two portion, iron portion and globin portion. Globin is a protein. There are four chains are there, two alpha chain and two beta chain. Another one, we moved through WBC. WBC, it's different types are there, granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes means they contain protein granules are there. There is a neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil. Among this, the most abundant one is neutrophil, and least abundant is basophil. Then agranulocytes, that is monocytes and lymphocytes. The next I taught you platelets. Platelet helps in blood clotting. Okay, normally value 1.5 to 3. There is 1.5 to 3.5 lakhs. Next I taught you blood clotting. So hope you all understood this much. Can you able to follow the class? Please respond, everyone. Give me a response. Abhirami, Ankita, Chandralekha, Chotu, Divya, Geeta, Jyoti, Kritika, Pavitra, Priyanka, Shilpa, Sara, Susmita, Manshu, Yogeshwari, Shweta. Clear? So today only the basic classes I had taught you. Okay, next day onwards I will teach you a long topics. Okay, at least one chapter we will complete one day. Like that we will do. Okay, so plan accordingly. Hope you all understood this much. Remaining we can see later. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Hope you all understood this much. Thank you. Bye-bye.